Today, Luther will share with us on the cable selection. And please, Luther, please teach us how to select the best quality cable, less maintenance, and easy on the pocket. So Luther, I'm passing the webinar to you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I hope that you can hear me. I'm Luther from Singapore. So basically, today, everybody is talking about savings. As well, I'll be sharing with you some insights, views from where you can obtain savings from the cables. Let me launch up my slides. Yeah, I'm still figuring out. Voila. So can everybody see my slides? So basically what I would like to share is from how you're going to save your money, basically saving money, and in terms of choosing the right cable, because many a times doing a wrong selection of cables will cause a lot of damages. And I'll show you one case example of what kind of price or cost you're looking at due to some implications. So generally, in the market, there's a lot of wide varieties of cables, coming from control, data, bus, motor cables, and many a times all of them looks very similar, identical structure, even as well as the electrical properties. And hence, a lot of decisions are not very clearly thought of. And from here, when the decision is not thought of, you will have a lot of costs incurred in terms of downtime, maintenance, repair, and that will affect your profitability in the plans that you have. And many a times, all these kind of decisions, somehow or other, it comes to a purchaser's point of view, because from there, purchaser's key index is to save money, to enhance all these as much as savings that they like to get from buying some items. But there's a study that carries out within for 500 employees by a consultation firm. Actually, buying a cheap product, or the purchasers look for the cheap product to compromise in terms of the technical aspects, the reliability. Having this kind of wrong decision, end of the day, add more cost to the maintenance. And examples which I can show you to you now are some of the cable damages over time or immediately when they choose the wrong cables for selections. You will have corkscrew effect, whereby the cables look like a little corkscrew, like a worm, or cables jacket that is not well thought of, is improperly selected, and you cause abrasions. And also at the end of the day, you might have some insulation damage due to the jacket damage, and then start to rub the insulator, and this might result in machine failure, short circuit, or some equipment get blown off. At the end of the day, conductor break, and this conductor break, you will often see whereby your equipments are on automation mode. You will have single on and single off effect because of this conductor break. And many times this is not able to see drastically comparing to all these damages that you can have. A very significant example which I can show you, this many times I can see in a lot of factories, in a lot of places, they will have a lot of cables that looks like a worm. And this is not this is an effect of wrong selections of cables that they look at when they choose the cable due to price. And from us, I'd like to give you a very simple example. There's an automation warehouse based in Cologne, and they were looking for some automation devices to store the warehousing and all that. So hence, contractors will call in to give them a full automated system of warehousing solutions. And in that solutions, the company specifically insists to use a reliable cable for their application. But sadly to say, due to the installation commissioning was so smooth and they forgot that the instruction was being given, they used the wrong Ethernet cable. And the wrong Ethernet cable is only a difference of €34 comparing to the proper one that the company intended to use. After 1 year of operation, machine breakdown, the cable broke, causes a lot of disruption. Goods cannot be delivered because it's automated warehouse. So there's a lot of controls is missing. And hence, due to the calculated cost of loss of unable to deliver goods, failure of customers' promises, and retrofitting, repair, it amounts to €148,000. So a small saving doesn't mean it's definitely beneficial. It's a really big jump in case. If you have initially looked into a proper selection and you just forget about saving €34, the potential loss in the future you will not have. And this is a case study. It's quite recent and it impacted very drastically for the company. Hence, from our point of view that we like to share, there's a different jackets. Yes, many a times these illustrations you can see out in the market. Either you want to have a price advantage, then your price will be very affordable or cost optimized. But the technical advantage will be very low, which means that if you want to have a reliable product at the end of the day, you might need to look into the selections and probably maybe a proper cable PVC will be better than a bit more than you can afford. But at least at the end of the day, you will have a more safe solution that you will not see any failure in between. Basically, this is a comparison of a different jacket material. All the cross-sectional area is talking about 4 times 0.5 mm squared. So in other words, it's a clear illustration here that they are all electrically the same, but constructed differently due to the jacket material. And therefore, at the end of the day, you can have very good technical advantage. And this technical advantage is always emphasized and discussed upon by the engineers because the engineers know what they need, how they want to look into the systems. Hence, many a times, many companies has to have a very good balance between the purchasers and the engineers so that both parties can come to a very proper selection and harmonize between price advantage and technical advantage.